My favorite restaurants, the Hungry Owl. One of my favorite people, Tony. How you doing, man?
Doing good. How are you?
Good to see you. You got a little different facial hair stuff going on right now.
Change it up a little bit.
Changing it up for 2014?
Yeah, you know, new year, new style.
And as you were telling us during our morning show tease, you're bringing us, what is it, money, luck, and fortune
That's
in the
it.
new year?
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
sounds good. So what are we going to make today?
We'll start off with the cornbread. So we'll take our eggs and milk, and we will beat these together.
Do you have any idea why cornbread is synonymous with good fortune?
You know,
I don't.
The cornbread part, I don't.
Yeah.
I know the black-eyed peas.
Right.
That supposedly started like sometime around the Civil War, where black-eyed peas traditionally was a crop for the animals, the cows, and so when the Southerners started eating it, it kind of slowly became the staple for good luck. And actually, we have a shiny dime, which we will drop in, and then whoever scoops the dime gets a little extra luck for the year.
Extra good luck.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. I didn't know you were a chef and a historian.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Okay, so we got the wet ingredients. Now we'll go with the dry. We have a little bit of all-purpose flour, cornmeal. You can use white or yellow. This is white. Stone ground, baking powder, baking soda, a little bit of salt and sugar. And then we're going to mix in some of our candied jalapenos.
Okay.
And a little bit of corn. And basically, we just take all of these ingredients, blend them in, and then you always mix your wet into your dry. So we will bring that over and slowly add it in.
Now, Tony, one of the things I wanted to talk to you about this morning, we mentioned it a few weeks ago here on Studio 10, is the Hungry Owl is getting national recognition for the amazing food and the great atmosphere you guys have there. Recently, Travel Channel stopped by to film a segment that may come out in about February-ish. Tell us what's going on there.
Well, that was for a show. Travel Channel contacted us and wanted to come out and film for a new show called 101 Tastiest Places to Chow Down.
And this is across the nation.
This is 101 in the nation, correct.
Wow, so they chose the Hungry Owl as one of the top 101 tastiest places to chow down across the nation. What was the shoot like? What did they do while they were when they were at the Hungry Owl?
There was about a 4 or 5 man team, 2 producer and a cameraman from New York, and then a local segment. They had a couple of guys hired on from here in Mobile.
Cool.
About 8 hours.
Yeah.
Interviews, cooking. Really was a lot of fun.
Now, did they highlight something particular, one particular food, or did they kind of show the whole gamut of what you guys do there?
Well, they kind of went across the board, and we filmed a lot of different things, talked to some customers, did some interviews with myself, but primarily the ultimate stuffed Tony burger, which is kind of our flagship, as you know, and the shrimp and grits were the 2 kind of stars of this segment.
And I love your shrimp and grits, and I've had the ultimate stuffed Tony burger earlier on Studio 10 when we try to eat it as fast as we can. All right, so we've got that ready to go, and we're gonna, what do we do next?
10-inch iron skillet.
Okay.
We just take our mixture once it's well blended and pour it straight in. And then we will go into a 375-degree oven for about 20-25 minutes.
And then it is ready to go. When we come back, we're going to be working on Hoppin John and collard greens, so stick around for more of that. Danny, guys.
Hey, I'm over here hanging out with Tony from the Hungry Owl. We've got things sizzling. We've got our cornbread in the oven. Tony, what are we going to make next?
We're going to go ahead and get the collard greens started.
All right.
We've got our bacon fat in the pot here, all good and hot, ready to go. Trinity.
I'm going to stand back.
Yeah, this is going to make a little bit of noise here.
Oh, it's not bad.
Not too bad.
Now,
Onions.
what's all in there?
That's the onions, peppers, celery, and a little bit of garlic.
Okay. Oh, that smells good.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
So how long are we going to let this cook before we add our
We just
greens?
kind of let the vegetables get tender, and once they're tender, we go on with it. For the sake of TV, we'll go ahead and go now. So from there, you just take your chicken stock,
Okay.
go straight in, and what we would do is bring that to a boil. And then in the chicken stock, we're going to put some hot sauce. This is Crystal.
Okay.
We're going to put a little bit of salt and just a pinch of sugar.
Just a pinch.
Just a pinch.
Excuse me.
So from there, we bring this to a boil, we'll start adding our greens in and let them cook down, probably maybe 45 minutes, an hour.
Okay, so we know that the cornbread is for good fortune, and the greens are for what?
Greens are for money.
All righty now.
Yeah. And then the black-eyed peas are for good luck.
You were telling me something interesting about the black-eyed peas. How many do you have to eat to get that good luck?
So the story goes, each person has to eat at least 365 peas to let their good luck last all year.
They're small, but I think that's a lot of peas to eat.
I didn't count them out to see what the serving was. Maybe I'll do that later.
You also put some money in your peas too, right?
Yeah, we're going to put in one shiny dime, and we're just going to drop it right into the peas. And then the person that gets the ladle or scoop with the dime has some extra luck for the year.
We're learning all kinds of stuff about New Year's traditions this morning on Studio 10. So how long are we going to let these greens cook?
The greens are going to take 45 minutes to an hour. So we will bring them to a boil and just let them go.
Okay. While we start this up, let's tell everybody again about the Travel Channel show that you guys are going to be featured on.
Yep, that, it's already filmed. So from what we understand, it will air in February. We will have a viewing party, and we will probably let everyone know that through Facebook, let you guys at the studio know. And so once we know, we'll start putting that information out there.
And what's the name of the show?
101 Tastiest Places to Chow Down.
That is pretty cool, Tony. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's quite an achievement. We're very honored to be a part of it.
All right, well, we're going to let these greens cook for about 45 minutes. Our cornbread is going to be done in a little while, and when we come back a little later, we're going to work on the black-eyed peas. You guys can go to fox10tv.com, click on the Studio 10 tab, and check out the recipes online.
Back in our Studio 10 kitchen with Tony from the Hungry Owl. We are working on New Year's stuff. We've already got fortune in the form of cornbread. We've already got money in the terms of greens. And now what are we going to do here?
Now we're going to do the Hoppin John, or black-eyed peas.
All right, sounds good. Now this thing is sizzling hot over here.
Hot, so it's going to probably make some noise and a little bit of splatter.
All right, I'm going to step back.
We'll let that, that's the Trinity, so we'll let that sort of start to cook down, and that's cooking in the bacon fat, Conecuh bacon fat.
Ooh, and Conecuh, I was going to ask you what that is. Not just oil, everybody, Conecuh bacon fat, so you know that's going to be good. While we're waiting for that to come down a little bit, we've talked about the show that you guys are having. We're talking about how well you're doing, but some folks probably still haven't been out to the Hungry Owl. Tell them what the experience is like and what you guys serve.
We are I like to think of the restaurant as a down-home Southern Creole restaurant. Mm-hmm. But we try to use as many fresh and local ingredients. So it's not, everything from a bag or frozen. Mm-hmm. We're actually making everything. It's our recipes. If you get a dressing, we made it. It didn't come out of a jar. Mm-hmm. We make all of our sauces, and so it's even though it's comfort food, the quality is there.
And the response from the people have allowed you guys to expand incredibly. You started with just a small little place in a strip mall. Now you have your own facility, and you've got the full restaurant, a bar, an outdoor area, a place for the pets, a place for the kids, live music. It's just wild how big you guys have gotten.
Yeah, and we'll keep going as long as the people are happy.
Well, as long as you keep making good food, I think it will keep working out. So that sounds like a plan. All right, where are we at in this process?
Okay, so we got the Trinity in. We're going to go with our candied jalapenos. Okay. You can get those at the restaurant. Owl dust, which is our house seasoning. We put some of this in the greens as well. I don't think that was on film. A little bit of salt and sugar. Mm-hmm. And then sort of the secret for the Hoppin John for us is we add about a half a cup of Creole barbecue sauce.
Oh, yeah. And I love the Creole spices and flavoring that you guys do, too. I love the Creole barbecue shrimp is one of my favorite things to get when I go to the Hungry Owl.
Yeah, that was probably one of the first recipes. I think it was the Creole barbecue sauce, Creole barbecue shrimp, and then shrimp and grits in that order.
Got it all started. All right.
Okay, so now we've got all of that kind of together, and we'll just go in with our beans. These beans are soaked in chicken stock, and we'll leave the stock there. Okay. So just enough stock to cover, and we will leave that in and go in with those. And then really at this point, all you want to do is the beans are already soaked and tender. So we'll just bring those up, slow simmer, let them go until they are to your liking, as tender as you want them to be.
Sure.
And then add the rice. And then as far as a side, it's ready to go. Now you can make it a little heavier, Conecuh sausage, which is what we normally do in the restaurant. But I've done turkey. If you have leftover turkey, pull it off the bone. Pulled pork, chicken. So it's kind of up to you as to what you would do from there.
So if you're trying to make a New Year's meal today, we've got all your sides right here. All you have to do is add one of those meats Tony's talking about, and you are ready to go. Of course, you can always stop by the Hungry Owl as well, if you can't make it yourself, right, Tony?
That's it.
All right, so that's the plan. All these recipes are online. Thank you so much for coming in. Congratulations on the Travel Channel 101 tastiest places in the country to chow down. That is pretty amazing.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, so get those recipes and check it out, and go check out the Hungry Owl, and we will go back to Danny. Thanks a lot, Tony.